Hi, Dave from Aire Truck Service here, and we're about to shoot another episode of our Brake Check series. Brake Check is not about checking the brakes on your truck. That we can do at the shop for you, no problem. Brake Check is about taking a break in your life to re-energize yourself, your mind, and your body. Break out of that rut of eat, sleep, and work. It doesn't have to be a great adventure. It could be just going out and having lunch with somebody you haven't seen in a while and catching up, like I'm going to be doing today with my good friend, Dr. Ed Filangeri. Dr. Ed is dentist, adventurer, philanthropist, very good friend of mine, and we're going to go have lunch at your favorite diner.
Sounds great. Thanks for having me. You mind if I drive? I'm parked right over here.
Let's go.
All right.
645, contact coast approach 127.2.
Dave, here's your coffee.
Oh, wow, Jody, thank you so much.
My
Hold
pleasure,
on.
guys.
Oh,
Where are we?
Plainview Coffee in Martha's Vineyard.
And
Thank
the
you,
service.
Joni. It's delicious.
Joni, you're the
So-
best.
And Joni says the service is excellent.
Thanks, Jody.
Dave.
Very cool. So, you're an adventurer. You love to fly.
Yeah.
Right? So, what got you into flying?
Well, back when I was in dental school in late 80s, early 90s, I was flying radio-controlled airplanes and not doing very well with it. And radio-control flying actually became cost prohibitive for a dental student. So I said to my buddy, my roommate in dental school, I said, I wonder if it's cheaper to fly real airplanes. And we looked into it, and sure enough, I went down to the airport, asked what the hourly rate was, and I started flying real ones. I started taking lessons during my third year, and 6 months later, I had my pilot's license right before I started my final year of dental school. After I graduated, I went off on my first job.
Yeah, so you go to dental school, you have, I guess, a massive amount of debt,
Oh yeah.
right? And how did you take care of that debt?
Well, I joined the United States Public Health Service, became a naval officer, and they stationed me in Bethel, Alaska, 400 miles west of Anchorage. They station you in a spot where people don't want to go, where volunteers will not go, in order to get your loans repaid. So I got my lieutenant's salary plus the loan repayment, and I was there for 3.5 years working on Yupik Eskimos.
Now, when you say working on Eskimos, working on their teeth,
I was working on Yupik Eskimos' teeth for 3.5 years.
so you've built your practice up. You have an amazing practice.
Thank you.
Which I would refer to absolutely anybody, as you can tell from my award-winning smile. And so you built this practice up, and then you got to the point where you could start to afford your own plane.
Correct.
And you got your plane.
Yes.
And I used to fly around with you and stuff, but now just taking the plane out to clear your head out and to go visit people wasn't enough. So what was the next thing?
Well, again, I had this great tool at my disposal to be philanthropic and help others. And when I say others, this one started out with my furry friends. And I joined an organization called Pilots and Paws. That's the letter N, Pilots and Paws. It's a message board that connects pilots and shelters together. And there are plenty of kill shelters down south with a lot of puppies and kittens on death row. And there's a lot of no-kill shelters up in New Jersey, New York, Connecticut, New England. And they want the dogs moved on a regular basis every day. And the ones that I can help with, I sign up for, and I put them in the plane and go get them down south and bring them up north.
And he doesn't keep them in cages in his plane, which
No.
is absolutely amazing.
Come kiss me.
Very cool.
So one day on the Pilots and Paws message board came a request to fly about 10 sea turtles to the Baltimore area from New England.
Sea turtles.
Sea turtles.
Okay.
So I said, I've got to have turtles in my plane. That's the other organization I fly for, is Turtles Fly 2. I move sea turtles every fall, winter off of Cape Cod area, south of Boston, and bring them to rehab at other aquariums down south where they can be released in the spring.
That's amazing. So you're actually doing something that you love to do. You're passionate about flying.
Correct.
You're playing. You're getting the fulfillment of knowing you're doing amazing things for people.
Correct.
Actually, not even people yet.
Right.
But we will get to that. We will get to that.
There's more.
Okay. So, but wait, there's more. Okay. So now it goes from the pets, right, to the sea turtles.
Right.
And then, but that's not enough for Dr.
It's
Ed.
not enough.
Not enough for
I
Dr.
was
Ed.
literally feeling a little bit guilty. Spending a lot of time and money flying. Not feeling guilty about spending the money on the dogs and the turtles, but not spending it on human beings that are in need. So I decided to sign up for Angel Flights Northeast, which, here's my jacket, but Angel Flights Northeast, like them on Facebook. And I signed up for that, and you fly human patients that are ambulatory. They got to be able to get in and out of the plane themselves, basically. For example, there might be somebody here on Martha's Vineyard that has to go to Boston for chemotherapy once a month, and they don't have the financial means to do it that often. So they call on Angel Flights, and Angel Flights post the request, and I say, I can do that one. I'll fly from Long Island to Martha's Vineyard, pick up the person, take them over to Boston, and drop them off.
Give us an example of, I know recently I read a post that you had of a young boy.
His name is Mason, and I took a liking to Mason, right away. And Mason got burned when he was a little boy, roughly 2.5 years old. He's now 13, and he's just a awesome kid. Right now he has to go to Boston from Philadelphia to Boston once a week, a few times, and I have to take him a couple more times. So whether it's the people you're helping out directly or somebody watching this video or listening to this podcast, I hope that people get inspired by what other people do. That's what it really is all about. I feel good doing it, but you want it to be an exponential effect, and you want it to grow beyond what you can imagine. And whether your cause is breast cancer or prostate cancer or burn victims, whatever it is, it doesn't matter. As long as you're helping toward a cause that needs your help and giving more than you get.
Well, I think what you do is amazing,
Well,
and I'm blessed to have you in my life.
Well, thank you, Dave.
And to be able to fly to Martha's Vineyard and have a great lunch with Joni.
Joni at Plainview.
At the Plainview restaurant in Martha's Vineyard. And it's been great, man.
Thanks.
It's been
Thanks
great.
for having
I
me.
love
You're an
flying with you.
inspiration. So.
I love flying with you.
All right, cheers. It doesn't take that much to give more than you got. And if everybody does that, the world has one direction to go. And it's just a better place to live in.